Good evening and thank you for joining us on News 360 live from the News Hub here at the Sunway in Accra. I am Isa Moni.
And I am Aisha Yakubu. Top of the bulletin this evening.
In headlines tonight, Accra Regional Police Command invites two musicians, Stoneboy and Shatawale, after a near clash at the 20th VGMA on Saturday night in Accra.
Also, Department of Parks and Gardens head office land at Cantonment in Accra sold to private developers.
Residents of Keta want sun-winning activities along beaches regularized.
And also tonight, pediatric surgeons at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital call for measures to regulate access to and sale of caustic soda.
And then on Mission, the inspiring story of Ayeyi, who has defied the odds and living life to the fullest.
And in international news, President Donald Trump outlines his strongly pro-life views on abortion amid controversy over strict new laws passed in several states.
We have all the details, including sports and entertainment, coming up this hour. Stay with us. Right, and as we told you at the beginning of the news, we go straight to the Accra Regional Police Command, which we learn has invited musicians Stoneboy and Shatawale after a near clash at the 20th VGMA on Saturday night in Accra. My colleague Komla Kluche is right at the Regional Police head office, and we're going to speak to him. Komla, good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you, Komla. What have you got? We understand Stoneboy and Shatawale have been invited by the Regional Police Command after a near clash last night. What can you gather? Are the two musicians available? Are they present or they are being represented?
What I can confirm is that one is here. Shatawale is here. He is the one that I have some evidence that he is here. I've seen the father. I have seen his guys around, so that is indicative of the fact that he is being held here. I'm not too sure if Stoneboy is here. There's not been any word from the police. As a matter of fact, I mean, it's even a bit difficult for us to even get much details on this. They are not speaking to it. They will not let us even take pictures whatsoever. There's some, so to speak, they are denying the media from getting access to them as they are in there. We do understand that he's not too happy about some of the media reports that are going on, and that because of that, he does not want to put down his statement whatsoever. This is a report that has come in from his boys who came wanting to talk us in, not to film him or do a story on him. But as it is now, I can confirm actually that he's here.
Right, Komla, you've told us that some of their supporters are around. What are you gathering? Are they still proud of what happened on the stage last night, or they are expressing regrets?
The point is, none of them speaking at all. I mean, the few boys around him who we know have not spoken at all to the media. Even he himself has not spoken. There's not been any statement at all from him. We only gathered that he was invited by he got here somewhere around 5 p.m. He is here together with the father, and then some of the boys around him. I'm not too sure their designation and who they are and all that, but they've not spoken. They've not made any word whatsoever. It is as it stands, we can also not confirm whether he has put down a statement or not. But from what his boys came out to tell the media a while ago, we are not. He is not writing his statement because he feels that there's too much media hype of the whole thing here. Even the police, I can tell you. I mean, he is at the CID charge office. He's inside the office of the CID charge office, but the media is not being allowed. This is from the police. They are not allowing us to even film him or even take shots of anything whatsoever. Not at all.
So, But do you get the sense that they are going to be charged with gun toting and threatening public safety? I mean, do you get the sense the charges will be put on them? Do you get that sense?
The police has not spoken to it, so I mean it's a bit difficult to say that as to even whether they are going to hold them tonight or they would be let go off to go sleep at home or anything. We do not know. The details are quite sketchy. Nobody is speaking at all to the matter, Isa.
Right. Commander, we are grateful for your time. Sure, as soon as they begin to speak, you will bring us the details. Commander Kluche right there at the Regional Police Command, which we learned this evening, they have invited musicians Stoneboy and Shatawale for their actions at the VGMA show on Saturday night.
Away from that, some churches in Accra have begun prioritizing security of their members in the wake of terror attacks on churches in neighboring Burkina Faso and threat to Ghana. Some church leaders say mounting surveillance on new converts and first-time worshippers is a sure way to protect members.
Issue of terrorism dominated the Ghanaian media last week after a series of attacks on churches in our northern neighboring country, Burkina Faso. Exactly a week ago, a jihadist group attacked and bombed a church in northern Burkina Faso, killing the priest and 5 others. Ghana is also said to be on their radar, with churches and Christians being their prime targets. And so today I'm out to find out from some churches how prepared they are in the wake of these threats. Our first stop was at the Action Chapel off the Spintex Road. It is one of the biggest churches in the country, and so security was paramount. Church officials declined to comment on camera, but they were cooperative. The church has detailed security comprising uniformed officers and plainclothes men positioned at vantage places to monitor and ensure the safety of their members. No one attending church has access to the auditorium without being screened, not even the media team. Children were equally subjected to the exercise. CCTV cameras were also intact at strategic places. Special security arrangements has been adopted by the children's department. The children have also been taken through training on ways of not falling prey to kidnappers and dangerous strangers. My next stop was at the Faith Chapel Assemblies of God Church at McCarthy Hill. Although the church has a small premises, it is conscious of security issues. This was intensified after the terror threats on churches in Ghana. Apart from CCTV cameras mounted on the auditorium, plainclothes men were also available. Security took center stage during Sunday's service.
Most at times, these terrorist attacks they are talking about, killing of people. When you look at all these things, it's because there is somebody within who is giving us information. But brothers and sisters, if we can come together, if we can bear the fruit of the Spirit, if that can be our program, we'll be able to protect one another.
General Overseer of the Church, Reverend New Life Zotu said, mounting surveillance on new converts and first-time worshippers is the church's focus.
We are security conscious. We monitor their movement because this day we see many of some strange people coming to the church claiming they want to join the church, they want to be born again, and a lot of things happen. So we monitor their movement. We don't introduce them immediately to some things in the church. We place a limit on them.
National security has assured the Christian and Muslim communities of its preparedness to counter any terrorist attacks on places of worship. National Security Minister Albert Kandapa advised Ghanaians to be alert and report suspicious activities to his outfit for action. As churches are putting in place security measures to safeguard their members, the country also has a responsibility of complementing these efforts. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Accra.
And from Kumasi, correspondent Benjamin Eidu reports religious leaders want a beef up of security around churches.
Sunday service in some churches in Kumasi wasn't the usual mood. Though security presence in most churches was low, some had instituted measures to identify and report any suspicious character. The minister in charge of the Trinity Methodist Church of Ofoikrom, Very Reverend Isaac Kakari, said all Ghanaians must stay vigilant to ward off armed attacks.
The states that has the power to know, be able to also gather intelligence, must also help the police and the other security agencies to be around to help us, because these people come from the borders. They come from the places that are not known to us. So these security agencies, the army, the immigration, the customs, the police, must be up and doing.
The leader of Caravan Prayer Outreach Ministry, Apostle John Senaka, called for effective collaboration between the security agencies and religious leaders. His church is in the process of beefing up security at church premises. Church leaders have met national security on the issue, but security experts suggest churches hire security consultants to support the internal security.
Now, it has been confirmed that the Department of Parks and Gardens head office land at Cantonment in Accra has been sold to private developers. At least about a third of the land adjacent the Russian embassy has been cleared, ready for infrastructural development. Peter Kwadato has been finding out about the state of the national asset. Established in the year 1961, the Department of Parks and Gardening is responsible for the development of the nation's landscape and the preservation of beautification of the environment. It has branches in Ebri, Kumasi, Tema, Tamale, Cape Coast, Takrady, Koforidua and Wa. Its core functions are to promote landscape beautification of built and natural environment and collaborate with MMDAs to develop programs for floral beautification of cities and towns, acquire land to establish public parks and promote ecotourism to generate revenue for assemblies and jobs for the youth. Pursue actions to combat the effect of global warming by promoting a national tree planting campaign involving all stakeholders. Collaborate with the Botany Department of the University of Ghana and other stakeholders to document the country's flora, to develop and maintain a national information facility for sharing digital biodiversity data. Initiate programs to identify threatened economic and ornamental plants for multiplication and conservation. In addition, the department will promote public education on their conservation and importance of plants for human survival. Concentrate on the conservation of threatened plants and restoration of plant diversity, as well as communicating its importance under the Global Strategy for Plant Conservation Program. However, it appears those tasked to ensure the achievement of these goals are rather campaigning against them. Instead of improving and building on what we have, managers are now selling the lands and trees for other purposes. News about the clearing of portions of the head office land here in Accra prompted this reporter into action. At least what appeared to be 1/3 of the entire head office land had been cleared. There are blocks, stone chippings and sand are already on site, confirming the intended purpose. Even trees on portions not yet cleared are being logged. There are 2 streams here. We were told lands beyond the northern stream and southern stream have been sold according to our information. This left only the mid-section, which houses the head office administration block and puts the future of the 100 employees in the balance.
The director came, 4 directors, I meet the 4 directors from here. Nobody sold this land. We are family men. This job we are doing, we take care of the children, pay school fee, etc., etc. If this department being long, me too, I'm a family man. If my children complete school, they can be employed there. He is selling. What are we sending to go? So in fact, the thing behaving for us. So please, we are appealing to the authority to do something about this thing.
This parcel of land was cleared somewhere in March this year, according to our information. It took a protest from workers to halt work on the land and further distractions to the environment, albeit temporarily. Workers who spoke on anonymity said his nearly 4 years as director, Ishmael Ajay Brown, has ruined the department and its vegetation cover. They say the core functions of the department have been neglected as activities have been poorly managed. This plant house is a typical example. According to the workers, wrong materials were used to roof the house, hence plants could not grow in it. It is unclear as to what motivated the decision to sell the land for private infrastructure development. Director of Facility, Ishmael J. Brown, responded to a phone call but asked the news team to seek clarification from the Chief Director of Local Government and Rural Development Ministry. Unless swift and pragmatic steps are taken, this beautiful and serene environment will be no more. TV3 will follow up and update you on this development.
And now, exhibitors at the second edition of the Media General Startup Fair and Funding Summit are full of praise for Media General for organizing the event. They spoke after the fair officially ended at the Kumasi Mall car park.
The fair, which began on Friday, May 17, saw more than 90 SMEs and startups exhibiting their products and services. Corporate Communications Manager of Quick Angels, one of the sponsors of the event, assured the company will continue to support SMEs in the country.
Building a business at the level be 80%, 90%. You hear just advertising to be visible. But if you're not advertising cost, it costs more than 100,000, 500,000. But only and so I share system anymore for almost 10 years. You see, bra, you knew bedin komo. Now for a funding, be said the boy bebo. Yanji sika will be out. Yanji any form of deposit. Name you know what's nasia. You can be an angel investor. We take equity stake. And at the end of the day, we become partners.
Lead coordinator of the fair and head of the business desk at Media General, Alfredo Kanse, advised exhibitors to continue implementing lessons picked at the fair.
If you need some orders in the days and months to come, you can start that relationship here. Then you strike the relationship right from here. Even though you are an exhibitor, there's some other things. So please bear in mind, make some time and go around the stands and identify the kind of product that you need for yourself as well.
Some exhibitors share their views after the fair.
There's this big man I wanted to do business with for over the years. When they started playing the advert and he saw me, he called me, and when I went, we sat down, and I was so surprised that that little visual that he saw could turn the fortune of my business. I think I want to thank TV3 for that.
Yesterday, I made a good sales, but something pushed me to go and look for my phone because share 18 missed calls. Hey, the first call no, what me because come on, madam me pay order ni me de call no to another one. Just so bia pempabwa. Nipa bebre at Oriflame, a online business, 18 bebre njindi. I be munim say scam. When you about TV3 program yaseno, a man for who say Oriflame represent Wahano. Or men who say it's not a scam, it's a rare business.
A cross section of the general public enjoyed discounts, free eye screening, and makeup.
Some residents of Keta in the Keta municipality of the Volta region want sand-winning activities along the beaches regularized and managed properly so it can provide jobs for the youths within the locality. Though they agree illegal sand-winning is dangerous to life and property, they contend it is the only source of job opportunity aside fishing in the area. Nana Kwekwedia has the rest of the story.
Picturesque beauty of the beaches along the Keta municipality of the Volta region. Its breathtaking fauna and flora is a sight to behold. But illegal winning of sand along beaches, if not dealt with, will not only erode the beauty of the beaches, but endanger the lives of people residing along the beaches. Young men on a daily basis mine tons of sand from the beaches along the Aborigine Beach Resort area for 20 cedis per mini truck, despite several failed efforts to get them to stop the illegal activity.
There was a time like 5 to 6 months ago, there was a sea erosion. Like the sand is not being wind from where the sea passes through to the whole area to affect the place. There will not be a sea erosion. So that's from there, the sea passes through that area, and then it's affected from a town called Tetekopa down to Keta town.
One major impact of beach sand mining is the loss of protection from storm surges associated with tropical cyclones and tsunamis. Sand extraction becomes difficult to recognize as the beach readjusts to a new profile after a few storms. Assemblyman for Jalukopa electoral area, Doe Williams, lamented lack of cooperation and understanding by some residents despite efforts at educating them on the dangers of the activities.
We have realized that this sand winning issues going on in our area is actually benefiting few, which at the end of the day, the bigger society is losing much, and likewise the assembly, which or whose jurisdiction these activities are going on. So we have taken it as a step in the right direction, as in putting up some measures or proposal and presented it to the MCE of the Municipal Assembly so that we can see how best we can bring all those who are involved in these activities together so that there would be some rules and regulations, governing their activities so that at the end it doesn't look like some people are just taking advantage while it's not benefiting the assembly.
He, however, revealed effort at engaging stakeholders to find ways of streamlining the activity to benefit the people.
It is better for us to now bring all those parties involved in this activity, the stakeholders, the chiefs, the opinion leaders, and what have you, assembly members, and down the MCE, the engineers of the assembly, and all the security agencies, so that we dialogue. Then we put across the challenges that we can incur or face when these activities are going on.
Residents, however, are optimistic a strong regulation and guidelines on how to mine the sand without causing damage will ensure effective harmony and reduce poverty.
Right, let's remain in the Keta area because residents of Aflasco and surrounding communities want the police to intensify efforts at arresting perpetrators of ongoing cable theft in the Keta municipality. The nocturnal crime has plunged most areas into darkness and affected businesses.
This long trail of electrical cables helped to transmit power to most homes in the Keta municipality. But over the past few weeks, the nefarious act of some unscrupulous persons has cut electrical supply to most residents in the municipality. Cables on this stretch have been cut and removed from the poles, with the remainder dangling dangerously. Perpetrators of this act attempted burning the poles to enable them have easy access to the copper mineral used in transmitting the power to the people.
In fact, it's a serious issue. These days, light is everything. You charge your phone, it's for your security, your fridges, and so on. It's a fishing community. And people, they have a lot of fridges in which they store their fishes. Now, their businesses are spoiled. Apart from that, the people are living in fear.
45-year-old local spirit akpateshin seller, Doris Damali, lamented the situation is making her lose her investment. I woke up one morning and realized the lights were off. Upon investigation, I found out that the cables had been cut. I have items in the fridge which are going waste.
The
assemblyman for Keta Central, James Oklu, said although the case has been reported to the police, there seems to be no end in sight to the act. Although the Power Distribution Service PDS in the municipality is making effort at serving affected clients, they want more effort made in dealing with the situation.
When it started, we have reported to the police, and we take them to the site. They take all the necessary things that they will do, and we make an effort with the assemblymen, the community members, to help us apprehend the people who are taking the cable. But as at now, they haven't made any apprehension. It happened in 2014, we were able to arrest one of the culprits, which has been jailed. So he's now in jail 6 years. But the current one, we haven't apprehended anybody.
Effort to speak to the municipal chief executive of the area proved futile until immediate steps are taken to address the cable theft in the Keta municipality. Some residents will continue to sleep in the dark while their businesses go down the drain. Nana Kwekwedia, TV3 News, Keta, Volta Region.
Pediatric surgeons at the Komfo Teaching Hospital are calling for immediate steps to be taken to regulate access to and sale of caustic soda on the open market. The pediatric surgeons say the alkaline substance is causing damage to a number of kids, and it was high time its access was regulated. Here's a report by Beatrice Piogabra.
Caustic soda can be described as a good servant but a bad master. This is because when left unattended to, it can be mistaken to be water and drunk by children. The whitish alkaline substance looks like sugar, and when diluted with water, it becomes crystal clear like water. This dangerous substance is easily accessible on the open market at the Kumasi Central Market and is also very affordable. With as low as 2 cedis, one can get some quantity of caustic soda to buy. A consultant pediatrician at the Komfo Teaching Hospital, Dr. Michael Amwa, explains the dangers of the substance when swallowed.
Right, so when they swallow it, it causes chemical burns. It damages the throat, and because of that, they will not be able to swallow, right? Because it burns the throat, and as it's healing, the place becomes narrowed or stretched, and because of that, they cannot eat. Even sometimes their own saliva, they can't. Right? There are some of them in whom the damage is so severe that you can even see the burns on the lips. You can see that the mouth is burned, the lip is burned, and as it's healing, some of them, the mouth becomes narrow, so narrow that they can't even open their mouth.
Some of the traders of caustic soda say they know the dangers of the substance, so they use protective gear when selling them.
We're watching News 360, and let's break away from the studio and join ACP Kwesufori, who is the Regional Operations Commander, who is addressing the media at this moment on the invitation given to Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy on their actions yesterday at the 20th VGMA night.
Caution. And what about the other witness for looking at what happened yesterday? It might not be a case of a witness. Yes, as I said, they are being questioned. And if in police language, if the word caution is used, then that means they are investigating.
One of the things I think that we're looking out for is how soon the police that work on this matter and bring finality to it. So what we assurance to Ghanaians who are expecting some swift action on this?
So one thing is looking at yesterday. Let me use this opportunity to say that the police were highly professional. Looking at what happened, if we were to effect arrest or moving in police-like fashion of ensuring immediate action on the ground. One, it could have led to it could have experienced loss of life. But the police handled it so professionally that the disturbance did not go outside the conference hall. And even at an Accra-based hotel where fans have gathered, the police quickly de-escalated, went in and de-escalated, that violence. But let me make it clear that we were able to secure the outside. We protected life and property. And even within, a gentleman who tried to use pepper spray to disable the security personnel and everybody in there was quickly apprehended. And he is even in custody. So on the whole, let me use this opportunity to commend the police officers that were assigned, their professional judgment and tenacity.
So how soon I go on?
We are in the hands of the PID and looking at the quick measures. It will not take time as they will come into conclusion.
What are they supposed to be arraigned before the training?
For now, we are investigating, establishing a capacity and when we are investigating, we cannot establish that yet. But we're now talking to the organizer, we're now talking to IOC, we're now talking to the very persons involved in the drama. So we're looking at all approaches, to be able to establish it.
But they be charged eventually,
depending on the outcome of it.
What sort of charges are there?
Well, we're looking, yesterday it was a life. And whatever happened there, pictorially, is known to you. And the police will be considering.
Right, so that was the voice of ACP Kusifuri, who is the Accra Regional Operations Commander of the Ghana Police Service, speaking to the media over there. Our correspondent, Komlan Klucher, was also there. And of course, it was over the invitation given to Stoneboy and Shatawale after last night's altercation at the VGMA night. You're watching News 360. We're coming up next with Mission. Stay with us.
Welcome back. It's now time for Mission, and Mission is supported by Star Ghana Foundation with funding from UK Aid, Danida and the EU. Now, her parents were advised to expect the worst. At their 28-week pregnancy scan, Ayayi was diagnosed with a rare condition known as osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease. Despite this condition, Ayayi has defied the odds and is living life to the fullest. She wants to meet the First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, to raise awareness on her condition. Portia Gabo has more.
I'm here in Cape Coast to meet a special girl, and she's known as Ayayi. She wants the whole world to know that disability is not inability. Let's meet her.
Yes. Hello, Auntie Portia. Welcome to my home.
Hello, Ayayi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm also fine. Thank you so much, Ayayi. Thank you.
Meet 7-year-old Ayayi Yadomboachi.
I am the girl who has osteogenesis imperfecta, which means my bones are soft. It can break easily. it hurt so bad when I break my bone.
Oh. So how do you feel?
I feel fine. Who is the perfect girl? Oh, who is the perfect girl? Oh, I'm the perfect girl. I'm the perfect girl. Who say that?
When Ayayi's mom got pregnant, everything was perfect until her 28th week scan.
The scan said the child I had deformities with their limbs. And so the doctors said we should terminate the pregnancy. That was a very difficult thing for us to do because due to our Christian values, we couldn't do such a thing like that. So September 2nd, 2011, Ayayi was born. But before I went to see the baby, my mom told me one thing. If you see the baby, no matter how she looks like, love her with all your heart. And so when I saw the baby, it wasn't what any mother would expect from a first child.
The nurse on duty took me to where the baby was, and honestly, when I saw the baby, I said, hey, there is a major work. She was just crying, and the baby's picture has been taken into a laptop. So every evening when she's about to sleep, she will put the laptop by the bed and then watch the photo of the baby. Then one day I said, so you don't think the child has progressed from what you are watching? I had to mention it to her that henceforth, I don't want to see you watching that old picture. We are just progressing, and we have to get to a point where we have to see things differently.
Ayayi has endured treatment for fractures since birth. Every breath or movement can cause her bones to break. Due to this, she has muscle weakness, growth and spinal issues. Now 7 years, Ayayi is so full of life and very creative, and is the epitome of strength, courage and hope in the midst of adversity.
Now, in Africa, we love to dance that way. Can I see everybody give the girl some attitude of pain?
My hair is super nice. Me, I will never, ever, ever cut my hair off because it's so special to me. And then it can give me a lot of energy to dance, sing, and also stand. So I don't want to cut my hair off.
Ayayi says she will not allow her condition to define her. She may not be able to walk, but she's learned to stand on her feet. Her family is proud of her achievements. To them, she's a blessing.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mommy.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
And you've been a great blessing to our family.
Thank you, Mommy.
We love you and will continue to cherish you. And soar high, go places,
Okay,
and
Mommy.
affect society
Okay,
with all
Mommy.
the talent and all the blessings that God has placed on your life.
Okay, Mommy.
Mwah.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you, baby.
Currently, her family runs the Osteogenesis Imperfecta Foundation Ghana to raise and create awareness on the condition. To achieve this, Ayayi wants to meet Ghana's First Lady, Rebecca Ekufuado.
Hello, Mama Rebecca. Please, I want to meet you. Please help OIF Ghana to help my brothers and sisters who have my condition. Thank you.
Her family is doing their best to integrate her in society, and they have not denied her the right to education.
No, you cancel it from this one.
Osteogenesis imperfecta is a condition that affects 1 in 15,000 people. In Ghana, though figures are not readily available, it is estimated that about 1,000 people are living with the condition. Ayayi wants children with special needs to know they are the true definition of what a miracle is.
You may find a situation like this in your home. Don't give up. Try to find somebody who would even encourage you?
I would tell moms and dads who are going through conditions like this that I have gone through, I would say that it's not easy. I would never say it's easy. And if you're not getting the support, always remember that you have God.
So I'm here with 7-year-old Ayeyi, and obviously she is an inspiration, and she's here to teach me some dance moves. Ayeyi, what does it take to dance like you? Show me.
Okay, so we got to move here.
Okay.
And
okay.
Poshigabo, TV3 News, Cape Coast.
Okay.
Ayeyi is such an adorable little girl, and we know she's going to grow up into an amazing woman. And that's how we end Mission tonight.
And that's it for this edition of NEWS360 Live from the News Hub here in Accra. I am Isa Moni.
And I am Aisha Yakubu. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Have a good evening.